Podcasts by Herdwick Communications, sharing knowledge one practitioner to another.
We've got some pretty tough headwinds to deal with as we start 2023, all leading to greater volatility and challenges to what we need to communicate to drive the commercial agenda. So Mike, what tips do you have to share, one practitioner to another, on navigating the path ahead?
Yes, there are challenging times ahead, but there's nothing we can't deal with, especially with a little bit of planning and preparation. What we believe in doing is making it logical, simple, and straightforward. There's no need to overcomplicate it. As we know, it's times like these where we can shine as practitioners and we can demonstrate how much we can drive the agenda for the business. It's true, during times of economic turmoil, as practitioners, we have to pave the way to ensuring that the commercial agenda is delivered. At these times, it is never more important. That can be a challenge with increased stakeholder engagement, pressure from social media, and what seems to be an endless stream of crises. But I guess that's why we're here. We can help put a little order into the chaos by making them manageable and enabling us to deliver what the business requires. And it's the right time of year to set out our plans now that we're in the budgeting cycle. We're going to take you through a simple 6-step plan that will make sure you're ready to deliver in 2023 by working together. Herdwick can help you achieve stronger communications. Elizabeth, would you like to highlight these?
Yes, it's the tried and tested approach we used when we were in-house. And these are: step 1, know what your business needs to achieve. Step 2, know the challenges that your business will probably meet. Step 3, build your communication strategy. Step 4, simulate your capabilities. Step 5, develop the team. Step 6, deliver the objectives and navigate the issues. The starting place is knowing what your business needs to achieve. This is more than likely driven by the commercial agenda, but every facet of the business will have their objectives and we can help and support them. If we have a seat at the decision-making table, we will be working in partnership to help them communicate the overall business strategy and that of each business discipline. If you don't have a seat at the table, following these 6 steps will go a long way to helping you get it.
Elizabeth, won't each of those disciplines have different stakeholders that require bespoke communications?
Yes, stakeholder management is vital, as it's where our communications manifest. And as we will see later, their effective management is critical during times of crises. This forms the first step in our planning, knowing what the business wants to achieve, which is the foundation for our plan. We now need to understand what are the challenges the business can expect or forecast in the foreseeable future. And this is where your seat at the table comes in useful. But Mike, what can derail this?
It's vital to know what risks can derail our plans, and to do this, you'll need to spend time with the risk assessors, the internal audit team, the operations team, the lawyers, and the CEO. Most businesses will frequently review their risks to their business, and by understanding these risks, we can prepare for and minimize the impact on delivering the communications objectives. It's also important to understand what is going on outside your organization by analyzing the media together with social media. Don't worry, at first it seems quite daunting, but actually the model we use makes it quite simple. There's a lot to look at, and we must address the risks that need to be mitigated through our communications. These will be both internal and external risks and should be far-reaching. With your internal stakeholders, prioritize those that will have the most impact on the organization's reputation and are the most likely to occur. We all have limited resources, so this helps prioritize, and we can support with any budgetary requests that we need to make. Elizabeth, what are the other considerations?
You may also want to consider some items that do not get prioritized by the model, but are vital if we're to be prepared. These can be business critical, like massive disruption to operations, however unlikely, or something that's required by your industry regulator. You can now update your issues management toolkit and prepare any playbooks to be ready should the problems manifest. These issues will still need to be managed, but by being prepared, they should be nothing more than a bump in the road. Mike, can you summarise what will have been achieved through this exercise?
From this exercise, you'll have an understanding of the types of scenarios that you will need to prepare and when they are likely to occur. And we'll also know what the business will be prioritising and what can potentially go wrong. It's the perfect point to start step 3, which is building your communication strategy. Elizabeth, can you describe how Herdwick can help with this strategic function?
Taking all the information we've gleaned from step 1 and 2, we can start to look at the stakeholder groups, their objectives, as well as their impact. The strategic communications plan we will develop will support our engagement with them, recognizing that perceptions between stakeholder groups are likely to vary. And as a result, different approaches will be required. What is key in the setting of objectives as part of the planning process is that it aims to be measurable and, most importantly, achievable. Mike, can you explain how step 4, to simulate your capabilities, is a key component to test the effectiveness of the plan?
A plan on paper may look comprehensive, but the best way to test its effectiveness is to simulate elements of it. Testing the plan in a safe environment allows us to identify new opportunities and capture learnings, which can be used to further refine the plan, ensuring when it is implemented, we can achieve the best possible outcome for our organisations. It also gives the team responsible for the execution added confidence by knowing what to expect and understanding what is expected from them, which brings us on to step 5, team development. Elizabeth, what are the most important considerations here?
I see this as the engine that drives the plan. Everyone in the communications or PR team has an important contribution to make and a role to play. Firstly, it's important the team are part of the development of the plan. Everyone brings a different perspective and can contribute with their knowledge, experience, and insight. It's also important to have their support. An effective plan is interconnected between each of these steps, as the simulation exercise helps to identify where skills may need to be developed and enhanced, and this needs to be done ahead of time. Herdwick can play a key role here, as we can hit the ground running, adding resource, particularly when there are challenges to maintaining business continuity at the same time as trying to manage an issue. We're keen to impart the knowledge and experience we've gained by providing senior counsel that makes a difference to the outcome. Mike, would you like to explain how step 6 brings all this together to deliver the objectives and navigate the issues?
Yes, step 6 is about delivering the objectives and navigating the issues. The work in preparing our strategy and plan will offer us the ability to understand when risks are likely to manifest and when key commercial objectives need to be delivered. This will effectively allow us to resource plan so we are ready. However, it is vitally important we have an efficient environmental monitoring system that will allow us to understand what stakeholders are telling us, when our operations are compromised, and when new and forecasted risks materialise. We find the most effective way is to establish a command centre. This can meet daily, monitor operational performance, social and traditional media, and stakeholder sentiment. This will allow us to step in quickly and manage situations in real time, preventing distractions to the business and what needs to be delivered. Once structured with an agenda, the meeting need last no more than 15 minutes a day. There was a time when there used to be a golden hour, but today, this is a golden minute. The command centre will allow you to use that golden minute to be ready. Elizabeth, how should we set this up?
Firstly, this shouldn't worry you. And secondly, it's very straightforward. By establishing a command center, and what we're talking about doesn't need any expensive systems. We're talking about tools that are free or which you already have in place, such as Microsoft Teams. Command center is more about process than technology and will ensure that you're on the front foot when you respond. If you use the processes that you have established for a major crisis as part of responding to these bumps in the road, this will help the processes become embedded into the way you work, and will see them become second nature to your teams, gaining you critical time.
So you can see what we are advocating is a very simple, logical approach. 1, know what your business needs to achieve. 2, Know the challenges that your business will probably meet. 3, build your communication strategy. 4, simulate your capabilities. 5, develop the team. And 6, deliver the objectives and navigate the issues. It all comes down to delivering the art of the possible and executing it in the most effective way to protect and enhance reputation. It's nothing complicated. It's just straightforward, and it's just a little bit of planning.